Hello, my name is Joy Jordan, and I am a registered dietitian. And I want to thank you for coming on my landing page and for listening to my video. This is my testimonial. I am a registered dietitian. I am 41 years old, and I am a mother of two beautiful daughters. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I work full time. And I am sharing Plexus and working that because of my passion for health. I've been a healthcare worker, dietitian for 17 years, and Plexus came into my life through very organically. I am an active runner and I like to do relay races, but I always was over 200 pounds. Again, dietitian. I know how to eat healthy. I know how to count calories. And I still, though, could not consistently get my weight below 200 pounds. I could lose weight if I counted calories and meal planned and kept it down to like 1,400 calories and exercise 4 or 5 times a week. And exercise, I mean like running for an hour, weight training. Seriously, I was a college athlete, so on the OSU rowing team. And so I know how to exercise. And I love exercise. If I could always exercise, 5 or 6 days a week, I would, because my body loves those endorphins that you get from activity. But once we're a mom, once we're working, it's hard to squeeze that in. And the only way I previously had success with weight loss was from very much calorie restriction, having to fight cravings all the time, and exercise and meal planning. And it's a lot of work. And how Plexus came into my life was I run Hood to Coast, which is a big relay race over here in Oregon, and where it's a 200-mile relay race. And I got on a team with my friend Michelle Rose, and she told me about how she helps people with gut health. And being a dietitian, I just kind of paid attention to how she ate. She performed phenomenally, and she was very fuel efficient. Food is fuel. And myself, I battled with hypoglycemia my whole adult life. Even as a young teenager, I would have horrible lows, and it really came about a lot in my 30s too, where when I was training for half marathons, once I got to where I was running over an hour, my blood sugar would tank and I would come close to passing out. And even though I meticulously planned everything for this relay race, it's a 2-day relay race, and I planned everything out, still I almost passed out after all the excitement, endorphins went away, and it sucks. And it had held me captive for most of my adult life. I wasn't even aware of how much it held me back and held me captive until I'm getting free from it because of Plexus. So my only regret is waiting 6 weeks before I finally placed my own order with Plexus. I kept it to myself. I just figured it was going to be something again that I tried, and being a dietitian, trying different methods for weight loss when we preach that it's counting calories, it's, take in less, move more. Even though that's what they always say is the secret to weight loss, it was work, and at my body, it was always hard. And, but I figured gut health, I haven't tried gut health. And so I asked Michelle Rose, what does she eat? She makes these veggie smoothies with this awesome protein powder, and gut health. And I just started following the system, and I didn't even realize it, but my anxiety started to go away. I started to be happier. I started to just be joy and be myself. I always struggled with being content and just being able to relax. And it's amazing how I no longer ride the insulin roller coaster. My blood sugars are stable. I can go a long time without eating now. And when I mentioned, that it held me captive, I catch myself worrying about I don't have food planned. Is that going to be okay? And it is. It's awesome. So, I mean, it's a new way of living. to be free from low blood sugar, to be free from anxiety. I can go shopping, grocery shopping at a busy grocery store and not get that tightness and that irritation that I used to just get when I waited in line, or I would always change lanes at the checkout trying to get the fastest one, and then something would happen where, I changed lanes and then that was the wrong choice. I should have just stayed where I was, and then that makes me more irritated. That kind of stuff is gone. And computer problems. Just the other day, I was having problems with printing out this program. It was our programs for playoffs. It was, there was a deadline. I needed to get it done, and the printer just wouldn't work. And I wasn't freaking out and getting angry over it. It's amazing. And so I've even lost weight. After about 6 weeks in, I'd lost 20 pounds just with a few meal replacements a day, 1 or 2 a day on work days, because it was just convenient, and getting my gut health fixed to where the signals were correct and my body would tell me when it needed fuel. And I wasn't just grabbing something to eat to avoid being hangry, or grabbing something to eat because my blood sugar was down. And the weight just came off, and that's when I was like, okay, I'm a dietitian. I've struggled with fighting my weight my entire life. I'm 41, and I remember being in 4th grade, realizing that I weighed 100 pounds as a 4th grader, and that was weird. Like, people started commenting that, there was only me and one other kid in our class that weighed 100 pounds in 4th grade. So I know, like, that was a significant event for me that just set the ball rolling with me always worrying about my weight, which is really sad. And now I weigh 175. So I started out at 211, weigh 175. I don't have to count calories. I just, again, listen to the signals in my body. My anxiety is under control. I no longer need medications for that. I previously was taking a PRN Xanax, and I was always looking forward to, the end of the workday where I could really enjoy that glass of wine to take the edge off. That's gone. That edge, that internal behind your brain edge of like, oh, I just need something to relax, is gone. And I'm free from that. And that is so amazing. Like I said, I'm free to be me, to be joy, like I've never been able to be before. And I know I'm a better mom. I have more patience because of it. And whatever life is throwing at us, because life always does throw things at us, I have to handle it and I can't avoid it, but you just roll with it. And because of my gut health, stress is controlled, stress is managed. I go on runs, I'm active. I go on my run now because it makes me feel good and I love running. Before, I would tell my daughters, like, mommy needs to go on this run because mommy's stressed out. Mommy, if I couldn't kick the edge off with alcohol, I would turn to activity. But sometimes your day, you don't have time to be active. You don't have time to exercise. And then that would stress me out too. It is amazing having your gut health, having your hormones, which is what the signals are from our gut, balanced, to no longer be riding the insulin roller coaster, to no longer have cortisol shooting into my system when insulin would go up and drop. And then my husband is on it now, and he's lost 25 pounds just because he can move better. He's had chronic back pain, and I have my husband back. He says he's the best he's felt in over 10 years. And that in itself is life-changing. The fact that he can go on family vacations with us. He can go up on the mountain. We like to go skiing, and he can go on those long car rides with us and still participate and still be an active dad in our family. I used to say that I had a relationship with my husband, and then I had a relationship with pain, and I never knew what day, or, I never knew which one I was going to have from day to day. Or if I had my husband for a day and he would be able to participate with us, he'd be down on the couch. So it's amazing. It's game changer. Plexus has changed my life, has changed my family's life. And like I said, made me a better mom, made me a better person in my community. I'm just all around happy. And that's what the Plexus is, for health and happiness. And it really does change people's lives and is the game changer. Thank you so much for listening. And if you've connected with any of this I had to say, please feel free to reach out for more information from my landing page. Thank you so much.